I take it you're Alexandra's friend.
Confringo! Defender! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Crucio! Incendio! Flipendo! Repulsor! Confringo! Defender! Bombarda! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Defender! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Bombarda! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Defendo! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Confringo! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Bombarda! Defendo! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Stupefy! Defender! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Bombarda! Protego! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo!
I feel awful for Alexandra, but the hamlet needed to be saved from that troll.
Revelio!
I hope you avoided my troll.
It's done, Alexandra. I took care of him.
My troll? What? Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you. I wish things could have turned out differently for him.
There wasn't much you could have done. He was beyond training, tried to kill me the entire time.
Goodness. I'm glad you're all right. You're very brave. People in the hamlet had already crafted a moniker for whoever eventually defeated that troll. It was troll something or other.
Slayer?
Yes, that was it. I suppose it's your title now. I need some time on my own. But truly, thank you for what you did.
The Troll Slayer. Has a nice ring to it.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
That crate of Chinese chomping cabbages is somewhere in this camp.
Revelio. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Hold still!
Confringo!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Defender! Leviosa! Incendio! Crucio! Accio! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Bombarda! Incendio! Leviosa!
You up.
Repulsor! Accio! Defender! Arresto Momentum! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus!
What do you have in store for me this time?
Revelio!
That's one crate in hand. I only need one more.
Confringo! Revelio! Levioso! Revelio! Alohomora! Revelio. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
What? This is
Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Leviosa. Crucio. Incendio. Accio. Repulsor. Defender. Arresto Momentum. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
now you've gone too far.
Incendio. Leviosa. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Would you like me to put you down? Do not let me out so.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Arresto Momentum. Depulso. Flipendo. Confringo. Revelio.
Ha! Another pitiful beast caught in my trap.
Ranrock's loyalists are hiding out near Feldcroft. They must have the other crate of Chinese chomping cabbages. Patricus Totalis.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Revelio.
That's all the crates of Chinese chomping cabbages. I'd better go and see Mr. Thistlewood's friend in Feldcroft.
Revelio.
Hello there. Do you have the special delivery from my dear friend Eddie?
Hello, Mr. Ndi? Eddie Thistlewood sent me.
Yes, he told me to expect you. Do you have the Chinese chomping cabbages?
I have them right here.
Marvelous. This will go a long way towards protecting the hamlet from Ranrock's loyalists. The same foul curs who, I'm willing to guess, intercepted them in the first place, along with Rookwood's lot. Feldcroft owes a debt of gratitude to you and Eddie. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Happy to be of assistance.
At last, some reinforcement. Hopefully this is enough support to continue.
Revelio.
What do we have?
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
You up to now?
Revelio.
Speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and News travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Revelio.
He has a brand new game.
Revelio.
Just beware the open flame.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
You cannot beat
Revelio.
I've never had difficulties with bouncing bulbs. Simple knockback.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Mine now, demi guys.
Revelio. 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 Alohomora. Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Revelio. Revelio.
Now here's Professor Fig. The Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along. Ah! When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
Hello, Professor.
Professor Black. How are you, sir?
Stand proud, purebloods!
Professor, a word?